Good day to everybody out there to see thy wealth, water your health, drink a glass of water. And health is the topic today. And I like to say wealth because wealth is health. So if I'm talking about wealth, I'm talking about health. Not talking about money, not talking about none of that shit that they consider wealth, which is like an abundance of assets. I'm talking about health. So when I say water your health, basically I'm saying water your wealth. Or see thy wealth, water your health. Anyhow, in today's time, 2025, it's a lot of people going through disease, whether it's high blood pressure, whether it's cancer, lupus, sickle cell anemia, um, whatever sicknesses is going on the planet. We now realize that a lot of these things are reversible. Yes, it takes time. Yes, it takes discipline. Yes, it takes effort to get rid of these things. But prevention is the proper thing to do. If you prevent and eat the right way, then a lot of these things you won't even go through. A lot of these sicknesses are caused by things that we choose to put in our body. A lot of the starches, a lot of the sugar, a lot of the oils, salts, things like that. Not exercising, not getting proper sunlight, not hydrating the body, eating a lot of dehydrating foods, fast foods, meat, dairy. See, when a lot of people think of bad health, they like to always say you eating meat or you eating dairy. Well, a lot of processed foods are very bad for the body as well. A lot of salts. A lot of those things are bad for the body. That's why, and you could tell that food is a drug because let take someone and have them fast for a day with no food, only water. Just drink water. And you'll realize that your body is going through a detox. It might take some longer than others to feel. Might take so if you're used to having your cup of coffee in the morning with breakfast, if you don't get your cup of coffee in the morning with the breakfast, your body is going to start to go through withdrawal. Just like a drug. If you smoke weed or you sniff cocaine or you smoke crack or do heroin or have a coffee, because coffee is a stimulant as well. The moment that you don't have these things in your body is going to go through withdrawal as if it was a drug because food is a drug. This is how we know food is a drug because when we don't go without it, we go through the same symptoms as a drug addict. I've smoked weed before. And when I quit smoking weed, I go through night sweats. I go through anxiety. I have short fuse, short temper. I can't eat. There's a lot of different things that's going on when I quit smoking weed. And people may say, well, I thought weed was a herb. Yes, it is a herb. But the fact of the matter is, the weed that's being produced in the United States in these dispensaries has a lot of chemicals in it. We don't know who's producing them. We don't know which farm is putting what chemicals on them. So that weed is different than the weed that's grown in the bush in Jamaica or in Belize or in any other place of the country where there's nothing being sprayed on it. So the withdrawal symptoms from the food is just as severe as it is when you're smoking weed or any other drug that you're taking. So you're just a drug addict in a different way. Most of us, I shouldn't say you, but most of us are drug addicts based on the foods that we're eating. Just try it for a day. Try it for a day where you do 1 day of water only fasting and watch how your body feels and reacts. You're going to get a headache. You're going to get lethargic. You're going to get snippy and snappy with people because the foods that we're putting in are toxic. Even if we go to Whole Foods and grab lettuce, tomato, cucumber, avocado, kale, those foods are also sprayed with a lot of chemicals. Because you got to think about it. When you're growing a garden, which I have before multiple times, there's going to be holes in your lettuce. When you go to the store, every piece of lettuce looks the same. There's no holes in it. The kale, there's no holes in it. The tomatoes, the bugs aren't eating it because they're spraying pesticides on the food so the bugs don't eat it. The fact of the matter is, if the bugs don't want it, I don't want it either. So I don't mind having a hole in my lettuce. I don't mind having a hole in my kale, my cucumber being a little off. But to have every piece of produce in the store looking the same, it doesn't grow that way in nature. So it stands to reason that the foods even those foods are compromised. Doesn't mean that they're worse off than a piece of chicken. Because I'd rather have the lettuce in the store and kale in the store, the arugula in the store any day over to eat some meat or dairy products and processed foods. And I think that we get confused with processed foods because even juice is processed. Even with me juicing kale, that's processed. I'm not talking about that type of process, and I'm not trying to categorize processed foods either, but I'm just giving you perspective. Juicing a food is processed. Making a smoothie is processed. If you're not eating it in its whole form, that is processed. So we don't want to take it to that extent because, yes, it's still healthy. But when we're talking about processed foods, we're talking about other things like French fries, tasty cakes, things of that nature. So a lot of our health concerns and our health problems is caused by the things that we put in our mouth, the things that we eat. And in today's time, with all of this information online, you choose not to do right by your health, that's your fault. We can't blame the pharmaceutical companies because they're not coming to our doorstep telling us to take a drug. We get cancer, we go and we take chemotherapy. I'm not knocking chemo. I'm not knocking it at all. But the fact of the matter is, there's other alternatives. Stop putting the shit that's causing the cancer in your body. Stop putting the things that's causing the sugar diabetes in your body. Stop putting the things in your body that's causing the high blood pressure. Stop putting those things in your body. And you'll start to see results. One day water fast and you'll see that your food that you're eating is a drug. You're going to get the same withdrawal symptoms as a drug addict. But we want to talk down on a drug addict because he smokes crack. You are just a functioning drug addict because you're able to eat those foods every day and still go to work and still take care of your kids and still be there for your significant other. But because a drug addict goes out and binges and smokes crack at all times of the night or sniffs cocaine or heroin or meth or marijuana or alcohol, we talk down and we look down upon those folks. But we have to turn and look at ourselves and say, damn, we drug addicts too. We can't even go out a day without our drug, which is food. We can't go a couple hours without eating our snacks because we're on drugs. And the moment that we start to feel uncomfortable or we hear those things in our stomach turning, trying to digest, and we feel like something is growling, we're hungry or we want to go eat. It's not always the case. We have no discipline. We have no discipline. I'm talking to myself as well. Yes, I have done 14 days of water only. I've done 7 days of water only. I've done days of only water. I've done weeks with only juice. But sometimes I go back as well, not to no meat or dairy, but I'll go back to eating, processed vegan food. Doesn't happen that often. I might take a week or two where I get back into it and you'll see it. You can see it in my body. But everybody's not the same. But the fact of the matter is we like to complain instead of taking responsibility and accountability for what we put into our bodies. And then we like to blame the pharmaceutical companies, or we like to blame the Food, Drug Administration, or we like to blame this person and that person. but you are causing the sicknesses in your body and the diseases. Because a disease is a dis-ease in the body. It's too much information out here on this planet on how to get wealthy, healthy. Take back your life, take back your kitchen. You run that kitchen. Your kids don't run the kitchen. Your significant other doesn't run the kitchen. You run what you put in your body and in your mouth. And with that, take it one day at a time if you're trying to get healthy. You're trying to lose weight, it's all about what you put in your body. You can never outwork a bad diet. I don't care who you are. You can never outwork a bad diet. So just come on over to this Clean Live It and start putting fresh, hydrating fruits in your body. In the morning time or the rising, don't do the coffee, do some tea. In the morning time, do some tea. Drink a fresh juice, a green juice. Doesn't have to be a fruit juice. Fruit juice, it's a little bit much because it's a lot of sugar. Green juice, perfect. Yes, you can mix your greens and your fruits together just to kind of offset that sugar spike. But or just eat a whole fruit, some pears, some peaches, some plums, your favorite fruit. Go grab that. Take back your health. Stop letting these doctors and these pharmaceutical companies experiment on your body and run all these damn science projects for their evaluations. Some people need to go to the doctor. If you get into a bad accident, you might need to get some surgery. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of these sicknesses that we have is self-harm. It's harm that we're doing to ourselves. Listen, everybody have a good day. Try to do something wealthier with your body today. Drink a juice. Go get a ginger shot. It's bitter. Have a salad. A big salad. Keys to salad. You season your chicken up. You season your pork chop. You season your beef. The same way you season those products, season your salads the same way. Season your salads the same way. If you're just transitioning and your taste buds need to have that savory feeling, season your food, season those fresh vegetables in the same way, and see how that goes for you. And with that, everybody have a good day and enjoy. Peace.